Okay, now I can just kind of sit back and relax. How are you?
It's there. I'm amazing. I hope you are.
I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling. It's been... Moving is always really stressful, and I'm moving right now. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I was sitting here. I was like, when did we move to my roommate? And I was like thinking it was going to be in June.
Okay.
It's
snuck up on you.
It's in the end of April. I looked at... Because I was really sick for a couple months, and I just started a job, and I was like... I've been sitting here. I was like,
you just been sitting here comfortable, thinking you're never gonna leave.
Never. I was sitting here. I was like, never gonna leave. I was like, I can. Like, I started work a little bit later. I got over that hospital trip.
Yeah.
And now, like, everything should be good. Nah, bitch. And now I'm like working hard as fuck. And
well, good thing you're working.
Exactly.
So the move is a little bit easier.
The move is a little bit easier.
Do you know where you're moving?
Yes, I already know where I'm moving. We basically got approved, and of course, I had to talk to my dad because I was like, the person was like, you haven't had a job, and I was like, you're right, but I do have a cosigner.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't have a job for like 3 months because I was sick. And then I was like...
But you have one now.
Oh yeah, and that's what matters. I mean...
Right.
That's what really matters. And, sorry, my throat was a little dry there.
No, you have to stay hydrated.
I was like sitting here, like, what's in my throat? But, how was your weekend?
Amazing. Just, booked and busy.
Ooh, what did you do?
Okay, so Thursday I had a gig. My friend came into town, sister from Miami, FKA.
Okay.
So if any of you guys know FKA Twinks, that is my...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, my good
yes. I
we're
follow
both
them
from
on
the
social media and everything, yes.
She's a doll.
She is. Honestly, her looks are like...
Yeah, it's
top
so
to bottom.
crazy. Those Miami girls, like... They're another breed of fierce. Like,
girl,
they do drag in Miami like the way Miami just parties. It's like fishy but hardcore, like almost like sex blow-up dolls, but like cunty. Like, those girls are the dolls. Like,
yeah,
the Miami girls, stamp approval from me.
I have only seen 2 scenes of drag.
Okay.
It was Ohio.
Okay.
And Chicago. And let me tell you.
Ohio.
I was at school for Ohio. There was like one drag bar. And you know what? Shout out to those girls. Shout out to the girls that like go into...
Give love to your local drag queens.
Exactly. Give love to your local drag queens because it is difficult to be like the only gay club in miles and you're the only people doing drag.
I bet.
And like the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know anything about the drag. I didn't even watch Drag Race. I remember going there and I was like, these people are so pretty.
How old were you?
I was like 20. And
so this was like 2 years ago?
It was like actually 4 years ago now.
Oh my gosh. And you didn't watch Drag Race or any of that stuff before? But did you know what it was?
I understood what drag was. And of course, maybe I've seen like my friends maybe post about it, but I never really got into it. And so like when I went, I was like, these queens are so pretty. And all they did was like, everyone did a ballot.
Yeah.
Not a single stunt. I remember sitting there, I was like, this is what drag is. This is the
ballot,
pinnacle.
A good park and bark, don't move.
And all of them were like 50,
face.
60, and then like one young
50.
queen. Yep, like really old, like older queens, and like not really old. Oh my god,
not 50 being really old.
Okay, but like I mean, like old for like I would say like that's older for a person.
Yeah. I said it makes sense they were doing ballots,
Yeah,
I don't want 50-year-old busting splits and stuff. Mama may not get up. Mama's diaper may come off, baby.
Not 50 being
what is
mama's
her
diaper.
Name? Mesothelioma, cuntiness, like severity. What is she giving? At 50, if you are still doing drag, I want to know what your name is.
Yeah,
because I feel like girls now do like weird names on purpose.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely see that there are a lot of like different people like to separate people a lot.
Yeah,
and like make like drag. I don't know how to explain it, but like at least now I feel like everyone wants to define something and not let something just be.
Oh, okay.
And you're like you're a drag performer.
Yeah.
Or would you consider yourself a drag performer? Yeah,
I am.
Okay.
Drag adjacent. That's what I like to say,
Okay.
Drag, but adjacent to it.
Let's get a little bit more into that, actually.
Okay.
So when you say you're drag adjacent, like get into that. So like you go by BoyJ.
I
didn't introduce you. This is BoyJ.
Icon.
Everyone say hello, to this icon. But like, do people have things to say about you? Not like doing exactly the conventional drag, or is it like, oh, this bitch is cunt?
I went through the phase where everybody tried to get me to do drag and like try to get me to be a woman.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like any parts of it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like the makeup part and changing into a woman. I always thought I looked pretty, but I was just like, I didn't like the process of it.
Yeah.
So it just didn't feel natural. And even though like they still gave me an opportunity and I did it a couple times, I just knew that that wasn't like what I wanted to do. So when I was going and stuff and just putting on makeup and being a boy, like that's where I felt the most cunt, you know what I mean? And I tried to fucking party that way. So my name was already BoyJ, and it kind of just marketing geniuses that I just stay a boy and just dominate the industry of just being a boy entertainer, you know what I mean? And I mean, that is very interesting. So like, I feel like there's a lot of like Chicago's very different in the sense of like very open. Diverse. You see, you could go every single club is completely different. Yeah, like, I realized if you walk into Berlin versus if you walk into like Roscoe's, completely different performances each and every night.
And the queens are on like 30, and the creativity is like on 30, and everyone. And you could tell
we're so lucky here.
Exactly.
We're so lucky, so blessed.
Yeah.
And the community in Boys Town in Chicago, no matter what anybody says, it's big enough and there's room for everybody. Yeah. And there's a space for everybody, you know? If you want it, go get it.
Exactly.
It's there.
And I feel like the representation of Chicago is everyone's like, oh, you need to be this one type of like dancing queen. Like that's what a lot of when I first came here, a lot of people were like, oh, they're just dancing queens here. But bitch, I've been here for weeks and I'm like, you see comedy queens, you see experimental queens, you see like fashion queens, you see, and of course you see dancing queens.
You only see one type of queen if you go to one type of club. Exactly. And then that's your problem, not the community's problem.
Literally.
If you want to go see different things, then go to a different spot, Mary. Exactly. The door is open. Like, the bartender will pour you a shot. Rumple mints if you see me there.
Girl. Oh no, girl! I thought about it. I had to think about
Rumple mints. I love Rumple mints.
Those destroy me. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Them bitches. They
destroy me too.
Destroy me. And then there's something at Berlin. The Berlin Bomb.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you what that is, but that's just a cute drink too.
They're like, and I came, like I said,
from Ohio.
So
Cleveland.
No,
the Jim Carrey show. Is that the right man? No, not Jim Carrey. The other one. It's the white round man, and he had the white round lady with her, and she was like a drag queen, but she was a real woman.
Oh my god, I can't.
You know what I'm talking about? It's not Jim Carrey, but it's Ohio. Y'all go in the comments and put it is. It's Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. It's a sitcom. It's about this round white man. He worked in like an office.
Oh my god,
that's the only thing I know about Ohio.
You really, honestly, like I said.
Oh, isn't LeBron James from Ohio?
I don't. When I was there, I just went there to go to school and then got out.
Oh, so where are you from originally?
Oh, I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
I'm a little. I mean, not saying Michigan's a lot, but you know, she's from Detroit, so she kind of got it a little. I'm always gonna be a bitch that like I will rep Detroit very quietly, but
quietly.
Detroit has a lot of problems, and especially with you know what, you're right.
We all do. I'm from North Carolina, where the take your shirt off, twist it around your hair, swing it like a helicopter. You know the song?
No, I don't.
Petey Pablo, North Carolina, go on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, swing it like a helicopter.
I'm gonna write that down. Petey Pablo, that sounds sickening.
I'm showing my age.
No. But hold on, I'm actually writing this down.
It's Petey Pablo, North Carolina. We have like a whole song.
What? So now let's just get into normal questions.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite artist? Who do you like to perform to? Who's the artist that you're like, bitch? If someone turned it on right now, you
Beyonce.
Okay.
Beyonce, hands down. Yeah. I am a pop diva. Like, some girls be like, okay, I'm a drag queen, blah, blah, blah. No, I am a pop icon, superstar, sensation.
Yeah.
And so I do pop songs. I love Ariana Grande.
Okay.
I love giving some Beyonce. Every now and again, I like to be like kind of alternative. So I'll give you like some Emanike. Okay. Do you know who Emanike is?
Yeah, I have heard the name, and I probably listened to
UK.
it. Okay.
He's a black queer.
Yes.
So good. Love, and his name is Emanike. It's spelled just the way it sounds. Like it's not Mnek or something weird like that. Emanike. Okay. He's so great. Love him. Of course, I love like, you know, classics like anything Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Girl, when I work at the River, and for literally like a year straight, I performed I Want to Dance with Somebody to this day. I Want to Dance somebody every Sunday, 3 times a day.
The fact that I never got to see Whitney Houston live is one of my biggest. Like, I think about it all the time because I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yes.
Like, her whole discography is just
It
peak.
is.
Like, between her, like, actually, there's 2 artists, her and Michael Jackson. Like, if I could go back in time and be
I'm not a Michael Jackson fan.
For real?
Yeah, like I see him for what he does, and I think it's great, but I do not like it.
Not Smooth. You've been hit by not Smooth Criminal, not Bad, not Thriller. Girl, no.
I see it. Like, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just not. It's not me.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel about that with like a lot of male artists. Male artists just don't give it to me.
They don't. They give us nothing.
They give us nothing. And
we make those girls bop, dance, buck down, get new outfits, and we let that man come up that stage and just sit
in
there.
Some jeans and a t-shirt. But Dua Lipa, we literally bullied Dua Lipa
to dance.
And now we gotta sit here and watch her try.
Baby.
I'm just kidding. Let me not be that shady. But
baby,
girl, it's the double standard sometimes that I just see with men. Like, the only person that. And of course, the only person that I really see like really giving us performances are, of course, Black.
Yeah.
And of course, Lil Nas is giving us everything that I need to give right now.
Right, as he should.
Yeah, of course.
He represents very well.
He represents very well, and he's so funny. And like, you know, if I had to pick a celebrity crush,
it's him.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely like my big
Lil Nas
crush.
X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I don't know. I really don't have one right now. Givion's really cute to me. Do you know who Giveon is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's one of those.
You're teaching me so much,
right?
I'm gonna re-listen to this podcast and search up everybody and be like, oh my god.
Bitch, Petey Pablo first, whoever Jim Carrey, that TV show, and then Giveon, Eminike, and all of them are Black.
I love that.
Yeah. Giveon is so hot. He performed at Lollapalooza this past year. Okay. He makes like sensual R&B type music, like very roll a blunt, smoke your bowl, put him on. Mm-hmm. He'll have you like a little bit in your feelings. It gives very Sam Smith's first album. Do you remember Sam Smith's first album?
Yeah, I do.
It gives that. It's good.
I really like I really like
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith's first album was so good. And his second album was good too, but like his first album was
the way to come out.
And that's why I'm really excited if SZA give us a second album. But like I love listening to artists grow and develop and SZA. Oh, you're not
She's cute. I like her.
Wow, we don't stand.
What's wrong with her ankle? Didn't she say she was like her foot was broke or something? Or
SZA lies sometimes. And like everyone, and
it's okay to lie. Just don't get caught, girl. You gotta stay committed. Like, girl, as soon as you make the lie, you gotta stay committed to it.
Literally, it was a little hobble on stage for me when she was like, I was like, bitch,
girl.
I was like, don't like. Thing is, I don't mind. Like, everyone tells little white lies here and there, and like, you know, sometimes, or like you just forget and like da. But like, this girl came up in crutches and started to walk. I was like,
have someone carry me. How sickening would that have been?
Oh my god,
my ankle's broke. I just want a Grammy. Come pick me up.
But also, like, not to SZA's. I will say something right now. Fashion right now sucks.
Except for the drag community.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like the drag community is always like a step ahead. Mm-hmm. And now that we've kind of pushed past that like big belt phase, it's been really
what do you mean?
There's this like big Akira belt that every girl has. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Like the big chunky belt. Yeah. And now the girls are like, I have been looking like through Instagram this year, like Bambi.
Yeah, the girls turns it out.
Bitch, the girls are turning
and the girls put on customs. Like, I really hate when I see some of these girls that are like pop icons on their music videos, and I'm like, I know where that is. I can buy that. That's accessible to me. If I'm on stage and I'm wearing some custom, I feel like you should too. Like, you have the budget. I'm paying rent.
I think it's just because, well, sometimes like the brand will pay them. Like for Akira, for example, there's a lot of like Grammy people wearing like dancers who were just wearing like straight Akira, straight Fashion Nova, straight ba. And like I'm like, you better be getting paid.
Probably are.
A lot. I want that. Like if I were to like not wear something custom on the red carpet, that bag better be in my motherfucking pocket.
Hello.
That bag better be in my motherfucking pocket. Because, like, I feel like we don't say this enough. Like to a point, of course. But, like, I'm a sellout. Like, if there's a bag, what I mean is, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna sell out my people or anything like that, of course. But, like, you know, if I wear a custom gown every single time I hit the runway and then someone offers me $1 million to wear like a little Fashion Nova thing, I'm gonna put that Fashion Nova thing right on. And even though film fashion isn't the best, it's still, like, you know, sometimes the bag can be worth it. Especially, I think it's just right now I'm feeling like really poor, so I'm just
never feels like that.
Not really poor, but, like, you know, tight. Money's tight. But, you know,
it'd be like that sometimes.
It's literally just
almost summertime.
Exactly.
Something about summertime just makes everything better.
I know.
Everything.
And as soon as you feel that Chicago warmth, like, you peek your head.
It's like that outside today.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't really been outside today.
I walked out like this. It was okay.
You know what? Okay, yeah. And this is really cute.
Thank you.
This is really cute from, like, top to bottom. Yes.
You know, I was feeling my 90s hip hop vibe, so I put on a bandana.
Oh, yeah.
And it's stone, so it matches. And then brown's my favorite color.
Really?
When I'm talking business, we put on blazers.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. I guess we're both wearing blazers
when we're
today.
Talking business.
When we're talking business, we wear fucking blazers and look really cute while doing it.
Thank you.
Well, I want to talk about another thing really quick when it comes to drag.
Okay.
So, being black in the drag scene.
Yeah.
How is that? Like, let's get a little bit into that. Like, what do you feel like there is a lot of, like, different standards for, like, black drag performers? And do you even not feel it? Or is it something that, like, personally hasn't happened to you yet?
Yeah. Well, like I stated before, I'm from North Carolina, so that's South. So the different type of white people that's in the South are a different breed of white people that's in Chicago.
Okay.
So that was when I moved here roughly like 3 years ago. That was my biggest adjustment. Just not really the aggressiveness. I feel like white people here are just as aggressive as the people are in the South. But the thing is, they're very passive. You know what I mean? And that irritates me because being from the South, if I know someone doesn't like me, I know because it's in your face. You know what I mean? But it's the passive aggressiveness that really just took me a moment to adapt to. And of course, that is in our community. You know, I was here pre of the dinosaur, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Okay.
And being on both sides, I am reluctant to say that I haven't had any of those type of instances happen to me. I have heard about them and kind of been on the outskirts of them.
Yeah.
But Chicago has done an amazing job at putting people where they're supposed to be and holding people accountable to all of their actions. Yeah. Since I've been here, there's been, other than the dinosaur, there's been other girls that get canceled for being racist and being, you know, and you know what? It was a community coming together and saying, hey, y'all know about this girl? This is what this girl does. So if you want to continue to book her, that shows character about you. Yeah. And it's so cool that there's enough people in this community to say, okay, we see what it is. We see who she is. She no longer works here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm happy to see the progress that Chicago's made. Yeah. And there's still so much to go, but of course we did so much. So, you know,
I 100% agree because when I first got here, there was a scandal at some club. I'm not going to say which one, but there was like a rap scandal at some club.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I was sitting there and I was like,
so you were there that night?
I was not there that night. No, it was this scandal of like a certain club not choosing to play any like black music. Okay. And like I remember sitting there, I was like, I didn't realize like Chicago was like racist, but immediately like you thought like people come out and be like, no, don't go to this club anymore. Da da da. If they're not gonna like try to continue to support black people, like why go and support them? That just shows your character.
The most powerful thing is the dollar bill. If you don't like something, you and your friends say, I'm not giving it my money. Yeah. If it's broke, it can't live. You know what I mean? It can't survive off being broke. So use your dollars, use your friends, use your voice. If you have the correct information to back up with what you feel and what you say, and you know how to voice your opinion in an educated way to get the other person across from you to understand what you're trying to say, anything can be solved. And Chicago have showed that multiple times.
I 100% agree. And I feel like there is a lot of like really strong like figure like drag people who are really like pushing for like this equality so everyone
and it's equality. It's not a point where we want Black performers to be held at a standard so that we are in a better situation. It's just we want to be given the same opportunity as everybody else. Yeah. And for a little bit, there was a time where we weren't. And now we see a progress where it's starting to look better. It's starting to feel better. And I think that's the thing. It is starting to feel better because you have performers like me that I don't give you your regular traditional drag. No. But I'm still booked because I do my damn job and I'm sickening as fuck. And everybody agrees.
Exactly.
Don't you?
100% true. Like, so I've seen you perform and I've seen you through Instagram and I've seen like honestly just your looks and like
thank you.
I actually the first time I saw you was on a sticker.
Oh, my ass.
Yes, your ass sticker at my friend's house. I was like, who's BoyJ? And I was like, why do y'all have a picture of his ass on
the
like
ass of Chicago?
Well, I agree. I saw it. And I was sitting there, I was like, okay, but I mean
it's all real wrong. Too. No silicone up in here, baby.
Come on, bitch.
Corn fed.
Come on.
Collard greens, cornbread.
I will
pinto beans.
My family that does live in the South all has like that, like that good good booties.
I thought you was like good food.
Good food.
Good booties, yeah.
Well, I mean the good food has to lead to good booties because you gotta eat to keep the ass up.
Okay.
I always tell like my friends because my friends are like very, very, very like also beautiful but like thin. And I'm sitting there, I'm eating like, I'm vegetarian, but I'm eating like 3 bags of hot Cheetos.
You're vegetarian? Mm-hmm. Hot Cheetos are vegan or vegetarian?
Yes, hot Cheetos are vegetarian. They're not vegan, but they are vegetarian.
Okay. I get the two confused.
Honestly, it's one of those things where it's just like, I did it at first in college because I don't know, I did not like eating vegetables. My mom raised me on like chicken nuggets, McDonald's, and like fried chicken. Like that was it.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe some greens here and there. But like overall, like now I'm really starting to like, I really love vegetables. I really, really like vegetables now. And like I can tolerate them a lot more. And that's why I became vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for like 5 years.
I love that. Do you do like the tofu meat substitution?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes like, I feel like at first it was for one reason, but now it's for like, I feel like, of course, it's kind of a little bit more for the animals now that I'm on year 5.
You love the animals.
I really do love animals. And good. I really do like, I am very much a person that like, if there is a bird, like an endangered bird in a tree, don't cut it down. Like, especially at my old school too, like very much like, I try to preserve the wildlife that we do have because there's a lot of people trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why do we need to build a resort here? Why can't it just be nature?
This is true, yeah. They need a space too.
And I've kind of learned as like, I don't know, it's one of those things when you like start to do something, you start to learn a lot more about it and like the effects that you are having as a vegetarian and like.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are you a carnivore?
Yeah, I eat. I only eat chicken and fish. I don't eat red meat.
Okay.
I try to stay away from pork, but a girl likes to splurge every now and again.
That's when ribs. Don't even talk to me.
Outback is after I get married. The reception will be at Outback because that's how much I love Outback. And I went to Outback yesterday and had sickening pork chop. Ooh. Baby, I went with a group of friends and they all got burgers and stuff. And when the food came, I said, "Y'all fucked up."
Wait, y'all went to a steak? They went to a steak. Y'all got burgers?
I don't know. I don't care because I ate my food and it was good, baby. I had a pork chop. It came with like this little like mustard glaze. I put it on the side because I just like the pork. I don't like mustard like that. Then it came with broccoli, a baked potato, loaded twice because it's Monday and I deserve it.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Ranch on the side, baby.
Ooh. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with that image, and we will be right back to get a little bit petty with BoyJ. Hey, y'all. I've seen you finally made it to a break. Oh my God, thank you. That means you're actually listening. So don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on Patreon at A Little Bit Petty Patreon. Patreon.com/a-little-bit-petty. Okay, y'all. Be sickening. Do it. There's a lot of exclusive content there.
Are you gonna show whole?
No. Well, you can on Patreon.
Oh, okay. Do I look sickening? I literally woke up this morning because I needed to re-up on my makeup. And I went to Sephora. First person walked through the door was like, "What's up?" and just bought like a whole bunch of makeup, and I do feel
you look good.
Thank you.
Look, when I saw you, I was like, you better. And it's like soft. Like it's not like too much. It's very much like,
you.
Oh, I'm going to a podcast right now.
You know,
I get like it looks really good.
Soft milk.
Yeah, like, and it's
fresh.
Literally like milk chocolate. Like, when I saw you, I was like, oh, you better come in with a full chocolate bar, honey.
Absolutely. Brown is my favorite color. Even like when I'm performing and stuff, like a lot of my outfits are like brown. So I look naked.
Okay.
I look naked.
I love that though. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have not to get too flirtatious, but you do have you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Like you are stunning from top to bottom.
Thank you.
Like I look through. I'm like you better work.
It's literally a work in progress because I feel like body dysmorphia, like face dysmorphia. Me growing up, I grew up with before the era of black girls being like pretty, you know what I mean, in Hollywood. I grew up where I felt like a lot of times the black girls will be done by white women to do their makeup or like their outfits or stuff, and they'll just not look quite, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then once I got to a certain age, I started seeing black girls being pretty and putting makeup on by black women in Hollywood. So now I feel like it's finally like they're in their full push where we have girls that look like Megan that are stunning. That look like black girls that we know, you know what I mean? And not like the black girl that's white watered down, you know what I mean? So it's so beautiful to see that. Girls like Nicki Minaj, girls like, who else? Like it's so, like her. Her's vibe is not like a white girl vibe. It's who she is. She's a black woman from wherever she's from, just giving pretty girl shit. Yeah. So those are what I'm trying to nod my head to, because back in the day when I was growing up, I didn't have that, you know what I mean? Like there was no like popping black girls giving black girl looks. So right now I feel like we need popping black boys that are femme. Exactly. That can give the look, you know what I mean? Because there's nothing wrong with being black and femme and little and gay and hot. Yeah. And we're all those things. Exactly. You're not little, but you're right. I am 5'2" over here. I am a meanie person.
I'm gonna tell you, I when I looked at your pictures, I thought you were at least 5'10".
I get that all the time, and I'm like, girl,
you're serving big energy. Photos. Yes,
big energy.
I literally tried to do the exact opposite. I try to look like 10, 5'11" in my photos. Like I want to look so petite and small, and the people like it is on people on like the dating apps hate it because they're like, because I'll be coming in and they'll be thinking that they're gonna get like a 5'3" cute little bottom, and I come in, they're like, ooh, and I'm like, I'm just a little bit bigger. If you can handle a stallion.
Do you hate that? Like, I feel like the whole roles like position in sex is so annoying and it's so overdone. Like,
I 100% agree.
I don't want to do that. If you're hot, we'll do whatever, whenever, and I'll just fluidly go wherever I have to go.
Yeah. I am very much the same in like I'm very, 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 very versed. I love both, but like if I get my head in a mindset of like, I'm the bottom of the night and I have to do all that motherfucking work in the back, and you tell me, oh, you're too. I've had I always say this. I've said this a few times on the podcast, but like I hate when I go over to someone's house like and they'll be like, oh, actually, can you top? You're like a little tall. And I'm like, a little tall.
What does that mean? If you lay me down, you lay me on my stomach, how tall am I, Mary?
I am 3 feet on my back.
I will put my feet in the air, and how high am I, Mary? Exactly. Like, don't worry about that. Put it in my hole.
Girl, I'm just...
I cannot stand those girls. Now, I will let you, if you want it, I understand. Because, when she's working in the front, she's working in the back. Yeah. She's well prepared. Yeah. I will give you what you want, but you're going to give me what I want too. Exactly. That's what sex is about. It should just be both ways. You know what I mean? I come to the party ready to do both.
I can come to the party ready to do both, but I do not like to come to the party only doing one. I'm like, it's boring. It's tired. It's played out. We are grown. Like,
you better be giving all the fantasy if that's the case. Like, you better be giving me dominant daddy energy.
If you are gonna exactly. If you are gonna like, I don't know. Even if you're dominant daddy, like you better learn how to bottom. If you are grown at this point in this day and age,
I agree.
Like I'm looking at people, I'm just like, come on.
And don't confuse. You can be a dom and be a bottom. I have had sex with dom bottoms that have totally rocked my world, and I just laid there with my, self, and got taken care of. So don't be afraid of that energy.
In 2022, don't be afraid of down bottoms.
Don't be afraid.
Do not be afraid. But now it's time for the question I ask everyone.
Hot questions, hot topics.
What's been the most petty thing that you've done? Let's talk about that. I don't know if you're a petty person or not, but like I love to... okay, let's talk about it.
My zodiac sign is I'm a Taurus sun.
Okay.
I am a Scorpio moon with a Gemini rising. So I am the villain. I am the drama. People really don't see it, but like...
I feel like you're definitely one of those people that will... You won't be the drama unless someone provokes you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I could... Cause, every interaction, even though they've been short, like, it's been so kind. You've been so nice. But, like, I also... Now talking to you now, I'm like, oh, but this bitch will cut a bitch.
Okay.
If she needs to.
And I do it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those girls that I know ghosting culture is very bad and all that shit, but I will ghost you. I will block you if need be. If it's at the expense of my peacefulness and my happiness, you can get out.
Yeah.
I will serve you and I won't even tell you. So the story, I was hanging out with a couple of friends.
Okay.
A group of friends. We're all friends.
Okay.
And we were taking pictures and stuff, and one of my friends comes up to me and was like, oh, Jalen, did you post that picture on Instagram? Like, tag me, and I want to repost it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll tag you. Tagged him. Thought I tagged him. Went on by the day, everybody else got the picture, and he's like, Jalen, where's the picture? Like, I don't see the picture. Like, it's not coming up on my feed. And I was like, I don't know. I put it on my story. Like, look, here it is right here. And he goes to my story. He goes to my Instagram, and he can't like see my story because I blocked him from seeing my story at some point in time in my life or whatever. And he was like, I can't even see your story. And I was like, oh, I was like, you may be blocked. I was like, let me fix that. I was like, let me fix that. And he was like, why am I blocked? And I was like,
why are you blocked?
It's multiple something that you did. Ain't nothing I did. I ain't block you for my own self, girl.
I think if I block you, it's definitely I'm not blocking you for my health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you. I mean, it doesn't mean I don't like you. It's just like you popping up on my feed doesn't give me the energy that I want from my feed, Yeah. Instagram has a lot of control about your mental health and what you see a lot. You have to watch what you consume. So if you're giving me weird energy on Instagram, and that could be projecting, that could be whatever, I don't take it personally. But if I don't want to see it, block.
Bye.
I will soft block you. You know what soft blocking is?
It's like when you mute somebody.
So soft block is when you block someone and then unblock them so that they can see your page, but they don't follow you anymore, and they don't know that they don't follow you anymore. So that's soft blocking. Hard blocking is when they block them, they stay blocked. What else I'll do? You can mute the story so that person still follows you. They see your post, but they don't see what your story is. And sometimes like people do that because I don't want you on my story seeing what I'm doing. The energy you may be giving, but I don't want you to fully unfollow me because like it's not that deep.
No.
So there's different arrays of areas of pettiness on Instagram, and let me tell you, I am petty on Instagram. I do not care.
I love that. I'm very much the same way. Like and because sometimes you'll just be like, I don't want to like, I don't want to get into specifics, but like some people will post something and you're just like, this ain't feeling right with my spirit. Like,
yeah. And people post things for different reasons. Like sometimes people post things because they feel cute. They want to lure a boy in. Or sometimes they're going through something like that. You know what I mean? People are in their different stages of their lives on their own. We all have our own journeys.
Yeah.
You shouldn't take everything so personal, which I don't. So when I block you, don't take it personal. When we see each other, I'm sitting on Kiki, how you doing, girl?
Of course.
But I don't want to see what's on your Instagram.
No. you ain't servicing me right now.
Okay.
So I think I've blocked actually a lot of people, but like only blocked people like that I've actually known.
Yeah.
Like three full times, and it's just because like either we fell out or like you just said, like the energy you're giving me is just not it. Like no, and people, I feel like people get so mad at those type of things.
They do,
and like don't like. And thing is, it's never happened to me.
Oh,
and so I don't think it's. That's not true. One ex, but like I get that.
Yeah, but exes are different.
Exes are way different. Like I don't want to see you because I don't want to see you. Like especially if you broke up with me, gone. People who love to. The thing is, don't get me wrong. Like I have actually made really good friends with one of my exes, but it is very few and far in between.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna like someone after we break up.
Child, we broke up for a reason.
Exactly.
Especially with breakups. I cut the ties. Like when we break up, I block you. I block your friends. I block your job. I do not care because you and your friends ain't don't reminisce about me. Those memories should be blocked too. I recently stopped fucking a guy and I saw him out and I said, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We can keep for a second. I said, can you delete those nudes out your phone that are mine? And he was like, what? And I was like, those nudes that we took, the videos that we took, can you delete them in front of me now? And he was like, I mean, yeah, I can. I was like, okay, do that. Because you don't get to hold that anymore. Like, what do you mean? Those nudes were for you when we were fucking, when I liked you. So you're not going to go back and look at them once we broke up. What are you going to do to it? Jack off to it? No, that's like fucking me. No, you don't get to do that anymore.
Work. I haven't even thought about that.
Get out my life. Yeah.
That I haven't even thought about.
I felt sickening because at first, like, we didn't break up on bad terms. We just kind of like stopped fucking. He started doing weird shit. And when I saw him out, he was very happy to see me and I gave him good energy. And then I was like, this is why I'm not here. So let me just go ahead and end this now.
Yeah.
And that was a nice way to just be like,
done.
We're done. Please start doing that.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because people are evil. Like as soon as you on that little, when you start to have that little come up, that's when your news leak. And don't get me wrong, I don't fucking care. Like,
I don't care.
I get body. I don't like if you see whatever you see, it's gonna be a show.
The vibe.
But at the same time, I don't want it to be you that does it. Like if I'm gonna release news, it's gonna be on my terms. Or I'm just no. You really got me thinking. I've never done that, but that's so smart.
Yes, I had to.
And like,
I felt like a boss too, because he pulled out his phone, and we went through it. And I said, that's me. I said, I think that was me. I said, that was me. Get it out.
Goodbye. Take this out your phone. And let's go to recently deleted. I want that really out. I want that. That is really. I'm going to steal that.
Do it.
And I'm probably. There is. Not many people will give like a full show to, but like if you are the person I'm talking to, and we don't see each other for a while, you get your full personal OnlyFans.
I am a slut for whoever I like. I send news randomly. I send like videos, like whatever you want. Like I think sex is about a lot of like intimate moments and like just expressing yourself. And sometimes, like I said, being like a Dom bottom is okay. And
yeah,
I just give that energy sometimes. Like if I like you, I'll be a slut for you.
I 100%. Yeah, I 100% agree. Like I am very.
Do you like public play?
Okay, I go back. Okay. I am in the sense of like I'm more like that getting caught. Like I don't know what it is. Like I won't be
that
like
scares
outside.
You, or
I like that. I really like, but it also scares me, but turns me on.
Yeah,
because like like if I know people are like this is awful, but like if me and my ex partner, like my ex girlfriend.
Okay.
So that was when I was in college and everything. We used to like do this thing where like we would know like the roommate was coming home soon, and so like we were just like, okay,
we gotta do it quick.
And like I don't know what about that was like very much like, and we never got caught, of course, and like we always had an escape plan because once they hear the little
the escape plan.
Yeah, I mean you have to have an escape plan.
Pull out.
Go. They're coming. But I don't know what it is like about like that feeling of like. It must be the same sense of like public play of just being.
Yeah, yeah. I will pull you into the bathroom in a club. Sometimes not even making it that far. I think it's funny. Like I just think it's funny.
I also
just say I can do it. Like one time, I got my ass ate on the go-go box. I'm not gonna say which bar I was at, and no one noticed, and I thought it was sickening. I was literally just up there dancing, and the club that I was at. There's people on both sides. So it's like around and I'm on the box.
Okay.
And this boy comes up to me that I knew, was talking to me. He was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I, of course, like I started shaking my ass and then he kissed it. And I was like, do it again. And so he did it again. And then I was like, wait, let me like switch positions. So I switched positions and I put like my hands underneath my butt. So I was like on my forearm with my legs in the air.
Yes.
And I was just shaking there for like 2-3 seconds, 4 or 5 minutes. And he just
2-3 seconds, 4 or 5 minutes, way different.
I was up there for at least a minute, you know. Just,
that's sick.
And no one said anything. I was like, this was a while ago, but I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. So like, you know, after he stopped, and then I finished my go-go set, and I got down, and I literally stood there for a second. I'm like, they're gonna come to me. So I was like, I'm just gonna stand here and let them come to me.
Yeah.
So I can get in trouble. No one said anything. So we went to the back, changed, got my pay, and I was like hanging out for a second. I'm like, did anybody see that? And so at the time, one of my best friends was working at the bar, and we were kikiing when we were going home, and I was like, did you see me get my ass hit on the box? And he was like, what?
Nah, what?
And I was like, okay, never mind, girl. Secrets.
The thing is, I mean, also I feel like at like clubs like that, I feel like if I see something like that, I'm just like, good for you.
Yeah.
Like, good for you.
I go, so I'm always elevated. I see a lot. I see a lot of things that go on in the clubs. And
I remember
when it's 4 or 5 a.m., the girls aren't waiting. And I'm one of them. I am the girl that are not waiting. Pull that dick out.
I'm not gonna say where I was, but there is one bar that stays open really, really late, and I remember like it was like 3 a.m. and I remember sitting there and I was just dancing with this guy, and like I turn around and I just see like this guy getting his dick sucked in the middle of the dance floor, and I'm like, you better work.
Now there's levels. Dick sucking, yes. A little ass play, okay, maybe. Definitely finger me in the club. Don't be trying to full fuck. Now I have seen people like are full fucking in the club, and I'm like, that's a bit much.
That is thing is I think I've only been to there's I'm forgetting what the party is called. There is one party that I went to. I did not know that it was going to be you know,
they have those
a white like it was very much what you see gay on TV, like all this type of men, and like very much big and muscly, and like I remember going
IML is coming up. You get me in the mood.
I was just going there, and I just like everyone was fucking, and like I was full femme, like full heels, leather, all like top to bottom.
And you could have pulled one.
And of course,
you could have pulled one.
I was just sitting there. I was like, I've never been in a party like this, but I was like, this is kind of hot. But I was like, y'all are so cute.
When I've had like sexual partners, I've taken them to Steamworks, and we've like fucked in front of people, and I think that's the hottest thing. I love like having people watch. Like, you're looking at me, I'm gonna go off a little bit more. Don't come over here and touch me. But
see,
don't come over here and touch me.
See, and when we say all of this consent.
Consent isn't just mandatory. Consent isn't just sexy. It is mandatory.
Like, and the thing is, like, I feel like everyone's like, I don't feel like saying yes and all these other things. Like, what do we have to communicate? I'm like, there are so many different ways to communicate with someone to say yes. Yeah. Like, don't be like, but also like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like people get very like, I'm just like, why is consent so unsexy to people? I don't get that. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I think it is too. Like, you would fully do something without knowing if that person even wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when someone's like, and the thing is, like, when someone's like too obliterated, and you know, they try to flirt with you, and like they're like on 5 billion. I look at them, I'm like, I don't want this right now, and you don't want this right now.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't even know where you're at.
You don't even know where you're at.
Do you drink?
Not really, actually.
Okay.
I'm a very like I just get so
high?
hungover.
That boost.
That too. That boost. I get very, very high, but like it's very much more like I don't know, like every time the next morning, it's never worth it for me.
Okay.
Like when I throw up, it's like hard, like stomach hurting.
I hear about those girls.
You're not that girl?
I'm not. I can drink.
You're lucky.
But I'm getting into the phase now where I start to black out. And I hate that because it'll just like, I'll just be pre-gaming or I'm just getting to the club or something. And then the lights will turn off. And I just wake up and I'm like, oh, it's over? I was like,
it's over.
What happened? So that's been something that's happened lately. So I've like tried to course correct myself and be like, hold off on the rumplements.
The thing is, I am very much like I only like really just smoke pot and that's it.
Weed is great.
Weed is like, it's like for me, like, I'm like, I don't need to do anything more right now because like I don't feel like it. Like
Yeah,
I don't feel like it. But also I'm just like
you know your limits.
Yeah, I know my limits, and I know like I would hate to be the bitch that freaks out. Like I know myself, and like if I did anything else, like I know like I have this like when I first smoked weed, like I was in the car like. Like, and I was tweaking, and like I was just sitting there. I was like, and this will be that it. And I was like, if I ever do this again, and of course I do all the time. You end up doing it again. But like, it was just like I just know in my mind, like, if I like, some people tell me something, I'm like, I love that for you, but that gives me anxiety thinking about it, and so like,
have you ever tried shrooms? No, then.
That is the only other one I've thought about.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's more like I that just seems also a little bit not controlled, but like a little bit less like
you can ease into that
a little bit more, and everyone's talking about like the microdosing and all these other things.
Microdosing is a thing.
Exactly, and so like I could really like slowly get into that, but like sometimes, especially now with all the what is it called? Fentanyl?
Yeah, that's
the girls. They is not like I don't know why people are doing this to the dolls right now.
For what?
For what? Wait. Hold on, y'all. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll talk a little bit more into... Actually, let's get into a little bit more into nightlife. And like the club scene.
Okay.
Okay, see y'all in a second. Hey, y'all. I've seen you finally made it to a break. Oh, my God. Thank you. That means you're actually listening. So, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on Patreon at A Little Bit Petty Patreon. Patreon.com/A Little Bit Petty. Okay, y'all. Be sickening. Do it. There's a lot of exclusive content there.
Are you going to show Hole?
No. Well, you can on Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, they brought me this cute little candle. And first, actually, let me take out the box. I can already smell it, and it smells amazing. But I keep like... Ooh.
I'm from the South, and you do not go anybody's house for the first time empty-handed.
See, and I'm from the North, and I've never heard that, but like... ooh.
Yeah.
I'm about to buy this...
It's boy smells.
It literally smells so good.
Mm-hmm. And like they even have fragrances in whatever the candle is. So if you like the smell a lot, you can like buy it as a cologne or, you know, a perfume or whatever. And that's like a wood candle. They have like weed candles. So there's candles that smell like weed.
Yeah.
And then they have like aromatherapy candles for like sex and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's cool.
This smells amazing. Second, you need to get sponsored by them because like bitch boy smells, BoyJ, that'd be
boy, okay.
Like
and I love to smell good. You have to apply to all the senses.
True. Okay, I'm done. Hold on. I'm literally just gonna be the whole time. I might get one more sniff before this interview ends.
I think you should.
But what's the best party you've ever been to? Tell me like
the best party.
The best like you remember that night like detail to detail like and like. Yes.
Well, if I remember detail to detail, it probably wasn't that much fun.
Or the best party that people have told you about.
So over the summer market days, I got to work with Circuit Mom for their circuit theme party. There was 2 nights. The first night was jungle theme, and the second night was galaxy, outer space, and that was the highlight of my summer. Like. They gave us custom costumes. Like you came and got fitted. So we were wearing these amazing outfits designed by Josh Wan. And then it was a huge event. Like there was so many people there, and they had us up on these little like podiums with like LED screens behind us. Like I didn't drink or do anything, but just the vibe and the energy of just dancing for these circuit faggots was amazing.
Yes.
Like it was dope. That was probably my favorite party to work at. Favorite party to go to? It's so many. There's too many to choose from. I love anything Queen. Queen's amazing. I love the vibe of Queens.
Queen is so amazing. Yeah. And it's like, I will always say this, like I love queer spaces.
Yeah. Like, not just gay, queer. They're different.
There is a difference. I've talked about this a few times. I actually talked about it with El Brujo a little bit earlier too. And queer spaces are so important because they're far in between.
They are.
And like because like you don't want to go into a space and want to be all dolled up and everyone's looking at you like you crazy. And we all supposed to be like what? Like LGBTQIA, like not just the G, hello?
The G's be fucking us up.
I mean
the G's be on G.
On True.
The G's be on G and they be fucking us up. But yeah, that's very true. I love queer spaces where like the trans dolls are giving in their element. They just look like beautiful unicorns. And then like even when we are in queer spaces, there are gay men there. But it's the thing of being like respectful and just being like, it doesn't matter if you don't really care or like what's going on over there. It don't have nothing to do with you. So don't worry about it. If you don't like it, don't look over there.
But that's like, it's crazy because I have never been in that sense of like hating something or disliking something so much. Yeah. Especially when I'm a part of that community. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Mm-hmm. And even though like I will talk my shit about like, you know, white gays, like I will, but also at the same time I'm at the bar look at a white gay like who, like, I don't know. I feel like there should be a lot more sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And like,
at least that's what we want in this community.
That's what we want. Yeah.
Because like we're already scrutinized and we already feel left out from our parents in the heterosexual community. So why would we get kicked out of that and then go and find this one community where we all want to be together and then divide us even more by just because of your positions or your race or, you know, your orientation? It should all just be one big gumbo pile.
Exactly.
You know?
It's a lot harder that way too. Like when people are accepting it, like I don't care, like I know it's gonna sound weird, but like when people are a lot more open, it definitely makes them a lot more attractive to me.
Yeah, oh definitely.
And like, I don't know. Like I've been I was talking to this one guy and I remember the first time like I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing my makeup. We were talking for 3 weeks. Stopped.
He stopped.
Stopped.
Yeah.
Full stop. And I feel like I don't get to talk
Was he white?
No, black.
Oh, dang, man.
It's really, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's sometimes really hard out here to be black and like just femme.
And femme.
And like, because like, I don't know, I didn't want to get sentimental on the podcast, but like,
do it, baby.
Yeah,
do it.
Thank you. But it's just hard sometimes when you're sitting there and you want to feel as beautiful as you know you are when you walk into a space, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like some spaces, like when you are just openly like queer and black, people just don't
get it.
Don't get it. Or they look at you like especially if I do like we both work out a lot. Mm-hmm. When you work out a lot and like definitely have a body of one type, but then they want you to be like this.
They want you to be that. They fetishize. That's what it ends up being. It ends up being like they fetish you more than they actually like you. Because they don't like you. They just like this image that they projected onto you.
Exactly.
Yeah. It happens a lot for us because white people sometimes see us, especially when we like you said, like to work out and stuff, like they want us to have that BBC and they want us to give that energy and they want to do that. And it's like, but maybe that's not who I am. So if you want this to work, you have to figure out who I am.
Yeah, and no, you're 100% correct. And like, I feel like I've been going through my journey as like through gender and like sexuality and all these other things, and it can be really hard and discouraging when like I will say that I love myself. I love black people.
Yeah,
I love black people so much. So I usually go for like. Usually black people.
Okay.
And it's really hard when like there's like a 50-50 coin toss on being like, oh man, I don't really fuck with them people.
Yeah.
And you're like, but we've been talking like, I'm like, why are you letting like this one little piece about me affect your whole entire perception? You liked me before. What's happening now? Like what changed about me putting on makeup or telling you I'm non-binary makes you just get turned off? Like I don't understand that.
As much as we kind of feel like in our community that the heterosexuals are behind, I feel like sometimes the black community is even behind because we hold so much like weight to those misogynistic values that our parents kind of implanted in us, not knowing the harm that it does to you in the future. Mm-hmm. But it just it really does suck, and I do understand that.
Yeah. And now, and I feel like, of course, you know, there's little moments like that. But, like, you know, as I've gotten, like, a lot more comfortable in my queerness, it's very much like, bitch, okay, bye. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. See you later. And
I will top you with a full face of makeup and jewels on my face.
Exactly.
Bitch, and I do not care.
And I literally do not care. And I'm like, why don't you want to feel, like, bitch, why don't you want to feel the fantasy of me, like, being so stunning while I'm writing you? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I could give you everything you want and more, and you choose to not want the and more.
And more.
Girl. But, like, have you ever been in a situation like that? Like, have you found yourself in, like, situations like that?
I kind of don't really get to because I'm so, like, push forward who I am. Face forward. Like, I feel like a lot of times drag queens have it easier because they can take their face off. And, you know, they may look completely different so they can give a completely different vibe. But I'm BoyJ 24/7, 365.
Yep.
You know, so there isn't much difference from my performance face from my, you know, walk around the city face. So I kind of feel like guys don't rush to me if that's
not
what they want because they already know what they're going to get because that's all I produce. You know what I mean?
That's actually good to know.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting here thinking of like, because I don't want to have to force myself to always be like you know, I have to look non-binary, look all these things.
Yeah, no.
I feel like, but also at the same time, I'm like, bitch, I don't want, I at this point, I'm like, I don't want attention from people that don't want to talk to me.
Yeah,
like, get away.
Baby, boundaries.
Boundaries.
Give me my 6 feet. Can we go back to social distancing?
Girl.
Give me 6 feet.
Give me 6 feet. And
it was 6 feet, not 6 inches. Yeah, we don't want 6 inches.
Yeah, we don't want 6 inches.
Feet.
Are
you into feet?
No.
Really?
No. Okay.
If you're hot.
Okay. Let me be fully honest. I am gonna be fully honest. One time I really tried to get into it, and it wasn't bad, but it was just like, and like I remember sitting there, and I remember like leaving the like session. I was just like,
I love when people call it the session.
Like,
yes, you said you don't. I don't put his foot in my mouth no more.
I don't like. It was just one of those things. First. I mean, and then they had a nice foot, and like, you know, I was trying like, but I feel like I didn't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do down there? Because
did he initiate it or did you initiate it?
It was kind of like, you know how sometimes you joke about something and then you're like, but you know, I've never tried it, and then we tried it and it was just like,
not for you.
It was definitely not for me, and I've tried to like, kind of put myself in a lot of situations where like I want to try everything before I die, like everything, like. Especially when it comes to sex, because it's like you can do
so much.
There's so much.
The Kama Sutra.
Yeah,
we need to like remake that for gay people.
Would you say that you have put yourself out there in a way where you have tried mostly everything that you've wanted to?
This year, well, I was in a long-term relationship before I moved to Chicago.
Okay.
So I dated a guy for like 5-6 years.
How was that? I've never heard a gay relationship.
Yeah, it was sickening at first. We met when we were like really, I think it was like my sophomore year, his freshman year in college.
Okay.
And then we finished college. We lived in Indiana. He went to grad school for a little bit. Then when we moved here is when we kind of like broke up and everything. Okay. So I went through a hard phase of like dating life not being cool for me in Chicago because I didn't know how to date anymore. I forgot how to, you know, get back into it. It was a lot of attention sexually because I was starting to go. So that was an off balance. So I kind of went through a phase where I wasn't, people all thought I was like being this big old hoe. And I could not get sex to save my life because I was just so awkward.
Yeah.
Thank God that phase has moved on.
Yes. Look at you now, bitch. Come on.
Won't he do it? Last year I went through this vow. One of my like New Year's resolution was I'm not going to have any new bodies. I'm going to pick 5 people, and I called them my top 5.
Okay, MySpace.
Baby.
Come on.
It was given very like NBA Lakers, like starting 5. And I literally fucked them all year. 2 of them end up being my boyfriend. I was in like a throuple for a long time, which was lovely. Loved it. So I've just been feeling my fantasy of like trying different fantasies. I feel like my profession, that's what I give. I give a fantasy.
Okay.
So sex should be that too. Like it could be fun. So like I said, I'm into like a lot of different things. Like my new thing now is smelling armpits. If you're hot and we're in the club and we're dancing and you throw your arm up, if you let me, I'll, you know, give a little hint like, can I? And once I do it, it's like pheromones. It's like, and then like feet, same thing. I don't like putting feet in my mouth, but I do like to hold them.
Okay.
Or like massage him or whatever. Like, so like, you know, very beginning of foreplay. Like,
Yeah.
give me a foot. I'll massage your feet.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I could actually get into massaging feet.
Yes.
I think
especially if they have like a good arch.
Yeah, okay, I could definitely do that. I feel like I definitely dived in the deep end when I was going for it because I was like, I'm gonna do everything. These toes are mine. And then I walked out. I was like, this was a lot for me.
This was a lot for me.
Yeah.
And then what else? I am like I said, when I have a partner, sometimes we'll go to Steamworks and we'll fuck in front of people, and love that. Love being watched. I'm a show girl. I love putting on a show.
Love that.
Yeah.
And so I want to go back a little bit to go-going. Mm-hmm. How did you get into that?
The first time I ever masturbated was to Queer as Folk. They were doing this little club scene, and it was Babylon. Are you familiar with Queer as Folk?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. Like,
Queer
I
as
know about it,
Folk-
of course, because it's a phenomenon.
staple.
Like, very much a staple. But I don't think I've ever, like, I watched a few episodes, but never got it. Wait, what? Watch it. Did you hear me? Wait, they're redoing it. Yes. Like, new. Woohoo. I can't say. Damn. I can't say. Okay.
But yeah, so there was a scene, they were in Babylon, there was these boys in cages, and I did not know what I was doing, and stuff happened. I was like, ooh. But I remember like seeing those boys dance. I was like, I want to be a go-go boy. So that was like when I was in school, and then I remember moving to Indiana. I would come up here and I would see go-go boys, and I'd be like, I could do that. Like, I want to do that. So literally, I moved here September 1st. On September 4th, I had an interview. I had an audition for Lucky Horseshoe. That's where I was told to start. That's where I started. And
how do you audition? What is that like?
it used to be on Tuesdays. So this is how it was for me, at least. I went there. It was probably like 4:30, I think, or something like in the afternoon. And they wait for, you know, how many guys are going to show up. And then, you know, the guy, his name was Rob at the time, he comes in, he's like, you know, hey, this is audition, sign your paperwork, make sure you have your license and stuff. Still had to go dance. So either that day there was like 2 other guys like in the bar, like other people in the bar, and the manager, and then everybody else. And I remember I got This Is What You Came For by Rihanna and Calvin Harris.
Yeah.
And I danced, and the rest is
history.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of hot. Like, they lived for it.
I love that.
Working at Lucky Horseshoe was so weird because, like, I'm a dancer, so I would get up there and dance. And they really didn't care for that. That's kind of where I started to learn, like, okay, sometimes dancing is about, like, just looking sexy and posing. And that's how I started making my money there.
Okay.
By being like, okay, I can be a little sensual. It's not always about an 8 count. They don't really want to see that. You know? Give the audience what you want. That's
exactly
how you make money.
Exactly. That's really interesting. I thought about like doing go-go for a while.
I love it.
And okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, I love it. I love going to clubs and dancing. When I lived in North Carolina, when I lived in Indiana, it wasn't as packed as it is here. So you could dance in the club. Like, you and your friends, you could be in your own little circle, you can dance and party, and that's how it would be.
Yeah.
But here it gets so packed, you know, you end up doing that little like bop around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that little.
And I
two-step.
like to hear my song, and I like to go to fuck off, you know, when I want to go off.
Exactly.
So to get paid to just get drunk and party, what I want to do anyway, I was like, this is perfect for me, and it lined up great with what I wanted to do. So here we are.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I said, I've been really like recently thinking about that a lot, and like
there needs to be more diversity in go-go's.
Okay.
I would love to see like even like plus size go-go's. Like,
yeah,
there's this guy that's in LA. His name is Ricky, I think. He's a big guy, and he dances, and he is in like fashion shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, why don't they let people do that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Like I know Ricky. I feel like I know Ricky.
He's been in like a bunch of stuff. I think he was on the show with like Lizzo. He like did a
then I definitely know
a performance with Lizzo.
I 100% know who he is. He's fine.
He's done like the Marco runways and stuff, like fashion shows. Like, put big guys up there, put girls up there. I mean, if they give the essence, if they give the vibe, like,
let them do it.
Let them do it.
I'm gonna always say that yes, get more like big guy go.
Yeah.
Any
bears.
Hairy
chest.
I'm a bitch. I love a burly person.
Because people do, you know, they shouldn't always be these muscle guys, and that's how it was when I first came out. when I first like started going, it was always these trade boys. Like too many of them were straight, and it's like you're not even giving the ooh ah ah sensation. You're just doing a 2-step just because you're hot. No, like you can be a go-go and you can be femme, and people would pay that because it's like people like that shit. There's bears that should be able to be go-go's because it's hot. Yeah, people like that shit. Like I want it all. I feel like you should all be represented, but you know.
Yeah, I am definitely with you in that sense of just being like we need just more representation. I feel like, of course, the drag scene. Everyone could take a lot of notes from the drag scene here because drag is not all of nightlife.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like, of course, we see our drag queens. We see so many different types of performers. But then you look at the go-go's and you're like, white. And you'll see maybe one.
The DJs. We need to start clocking these DJs.
Girl.
Thank God for Miss Toto.
Girl.
The new DJ. Thank God for even Saint. Saint's an amazing DJ. There's gems. I just feel like people just need to give them that chance. And I love seeing Saint DJs for the Legendary Children at Charlie's. Okay. He DJs sometimes at Replay. I love that. There's a drag queen, her name is Sativa. Her real name is Troy. And he be throwing fucking ass, going in heels. And I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. Yes. I want that.
Okay.
That's the future.
I think it's going to be the future too.
The future is fluid.
I feel like people have definitely started to open their minds on like what is hot. What is something that you can like look at and be like, oh, that's so sexy. And like, I mean, at the end of the day, if I come in some 8-inch pumps and nothing but like a cute little jock strap,
who's not going to say yes to that?
Who don't want that giant
The first thing about sexiness is confidence.
Exactly.
And if you're feeling your pussy,
everyone else will too.
Feel your pussy. Feel your oats.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you, and I just want to say that it has been amazing to talk to you today. And get a little bit petty with you.
Yes, a lot petty.
I've been, like, you are such an enigma, and, like, your energy when you go around. Like,
enigma?
Like, oh, it's...
What is that?
Like a person that draws people in.
Oh.
Like, I say, and you a nigga, girl.
I was like, what? Did he just say nigga in French? What did he say? I can't believe I just said that.
Not a nigga in French.
Enigma is a nigga in French.
Yes. You know what? Actually,
that's what I thought.
And that's what I'm going to say too. I'm just kidding. But no, like every time I see you, because like you just bring people in, and like your energy is always so nice and beautiful. And like even now, when you tell your petty story, I was like, I mean, that person definitely did deserve it.
He did,
and I like energy great. I'm really happy to talk to you. Is there anything else you want to say to the audience before we go?
Well, I mean, stay blessed, everybody. Keep up with your 3 M's. Meditated, medicated, and masturbated. Those are the 3 loves to success.
Yeah.
Hug your moms, hug your dads. Tell your friends you love them.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram, BoyJ_. And that's my Venmo too. So
you better Venmo.
Do that.
Come on. And y'all, don't forget to follow A Little Bit Petty Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to follow me at Justin Petty Official on Instagram and TikTok as well. And don't forget to subscribe and rate this podcast 5 stars. We need to hear it. We need to make sure that this queer ass podcast is keep going up in the ranks. Y'all have been doing such an amazing job, and I really do appreciate every single one of you. Y'all, please have a great day, and I can't wait to get a little bit petty with you next time. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all, I've seen you finally made it to a break. Oh my God, thank you. That means you're actually listening. So don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on Patreon at A Little Bit Petty Patreon. Patreon.com/A-Little-Bit-Petty. Okay, y'all. Be sickening. Do it. There's a lot of exclusive content there.
Are you going to show Ho?
No. Well, you can on Patreon.
Oh, okay.